Anything is possible. Good morning. I'm in the sun here. I'm kind of blinded. I'm in the Walmart parking lot. We're all good days start. I got some live worms. Not sure if I'm going to throw them or not, but we're in search of water. I got to swing by the house. I'm going to pick up a hatchet. Might do a little bit of redneck ice fishing. We'll see. We're going to head up into the hills where there's some springs and there's some wild browns and maybe even native brookies. So probably about 30 minutes of driving or so. Guys want to skip back. If you're watching it on the rewatch, probably give me 30 minutes. Let's see who we got in here so far. Slab, good morning, buddy. I'm looking for wilds. I'm kind of a lazy boy recliner when it comes to being here, but I still manage to get everything else done as well. Yeah, you know, the deal. I sound like a broken record, but we're waiting for good ice. Everything's frozen. It's 26 degrees right now, but nothing's really thick enough yet to walk on. But that could change today. I'm going to pick up the hatchet right now, and we'll see what that does. Good morning, Steve. Good morning to you, buddy. I want to get the fly rod together for the rest of the week, but I don't know what happened to my fly line. I just put on new line, and it got jammed up. Got stuck into the reel. I've never seen it happen like that. I mean, it's a cheap setup, but I don't want to like destroy the line I just put on it. So I'm going to take that whole reel apart. I might do that while I work tonight. It won't be tonight. I might do that tomorrow morning and take the fly rod to the same spot tomorrow, if it works. A measure on it so I can measure how thick ice is in certain spots, and a hatchet. Last time we went ice fishing, the hatchet worked a lot better than our auger, and we had like 5 inches of ice. I had no problem getting through it with the hatchet. So I'm going to do that. We may not even need it where we're going. I don't think it'll be frozen because it's spring fed, but we shall see. Don't know. Just going to be prepared for anything. Marilyn, good morning, bud. Swing by the house real quick. I was out doing a few errands before we went live. Should have brought the hatchet with me, actually, but I kind of have to go by the house anyway. So yeah, we're in another, I don't know, it looks like at least the next 10 days is going to be all around the freezing mark for highs, so we should definitely be getting good ice. I don't see any big snowstorms in the forecast. There might be a little something Saturday, but I don't see anything major that's going to affect ice development here, except the winds. But at this point, I think everything's got a layer of ice on it, so it should be building pretty quick, even with the wind. Some of our bigger lakes will definitely be affected. Like I was thinking about going to Lake Nakamixon today, but I didn't know if, you know, what that would be like. I didn't want to drive all the way out there and have nowhere to fish. And I'm not crazy about the spillway there. I never have much luck in there. So yeah, that's the plan. Scotty, good morning. Good morning. A little Scotty shot. I think you ice fishing that same spot where you can like drill a hole right off the dock. There's a spot kind of like that near us, but last time there was no fish under the dock. We were hoping for like some crappie or something, but there's no action there. As soon as I get to the house and get out of my house, I'll swing the camera around. It's not crazy about showing too much around my own neighborhood. Got a lot of weirdos out there, you know what I mean? I gotta cut this heat back. Now I'm going to be walking through a lot of prickers today, so I got some weird layers that I'm going to be changing into because I do not want to get my $800 coat all ripped up with prickers. I was going to bring my waders, but I get so cold in those things that we're just going to work the sides of the creek, and we'll make them. It's a pretty narrow, wild stream. It actually flows into the creek that you see me fish quite often, but this is, you know, 10 miles north or upriver. it's the headwaters. I'm not going to give too much out about the spot because it can't handle pressure. A lot of people don't realize there's even trout there. They are tough to catch, so we'll just give the best we can do. I'll be there in a few days. It will be froze. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I mean, any day now we're going to be on the ice. So I may, that's what I'm doing now, grabbing the hatchet. I might test a few spots. I don't think I'll feel good about getting on the ice today in any of those spots, but I just want to see where they're at. 4 inches is I need at least 4 inches to safely feel safe on ice. And I don't, I'm real careful on 4-inch ice. I'll go out on like 3-inch to test stuff, but I won't spend much time out there. And I'll never go out on a waterway that I don't know until it's like 5 or 6 inches. I won't just wander off into some big lake, 30-foot bottom or something. Just get my hatchet, I get the ladle, and I'm going to get my ice picks just in case. Get the live chat rolling. Almost there. Brought a bologna sandwich, and I've got my life straw. The water's pretty clean up there, so I'll just, there's actually a natural spring up there too. I'll fill my bottle from the spring, and then I can refill it from the creek with my life straw if I need to. Anybody else is live fishing, feel free to drop their links, because this is one of those low percentage type days that we're going to have here. But figured I'd go live. I'll give you guys some content, and we'll try to find something. I got to make sure I got my my good net here for trout too. Hatchet, net, ice pick, ladle. 4 things. I'm basically going to be using small jigs. I just got a box of worms, so I'm going to throw some worms on, and I also have some of those trout rubber worms that I like to use. We could get into some wild browns, some native brookies, cutlet minnow, creek chubs, got shiners. That's about our mix there. All right, I'm at the house. Let me grab a few things. Take my keys with me. Got my license, tools. Okay. Oh, did I forget to tell you we have 40-mile-an-hour winds today? That's the other reason I'm telling you warning you today's going to be rough. If you thought yesterday was going to be bad, it's about 5 miles an hour heavier gusts today, so it's pretty ridiculous. Freaking awesome. Welcome in, buddy. Let me get the map pulled up. You're going to lose me for just a second while I get the map up here. Alrighty, we are back. Alright, got the map. Which way do I want to get out of here? As soon as I get out of my neighborhood, I'll switch the camera around, give you a view. gonna lose you for a second here. Oh, I didn't. Usually I lose signal right there. That was weird. Weird that I didn't lose signal. Sausage and egg sandwich from a box. Well, I hope you're near the bathrooms. Cat and Jack, welcome in, Cat. Hope you're doing good. Good morning to you. We're chasing some wild trout today. Probably wild brownies is really what I'm gearing and targeting. It's been a long time since I've caught brookies up here. If we go way up into the mountain, the further up you go into the mountain, the more chance of a brook trout you have. The lower pools seem to be all brownies these days. And I saw one tank of a brownie in there, so I'm sure it's wiping out everything if that brownie's still in there. Hey Dennis, good morning. Paul, good morning. Whoa, I'm gonna slow down here. Look at this dude. On a mission. Tight squeeze. Get your butt out of my way, trash truck. Oh, the worms look rough. The worms look like they're half frozen, to be honest with you. This dude hunting this section. Always wanted to hunt down there. Good morning, Tom. I'll try to catch what I can while we're driving. Should be a pretty drive. We're going to go up to the hills, actually, where I used to train when I raced bicycles for a living. Some of my favorite places up here. Hoping to get back to riding this spring. Get back in shape. But right now, I rode 2 days ago with Lyle for the first time in ages. Boy, man, I felt that in my ribs. On the road again. Hey Danny, good morning Danny. Heading up the Benton area. Yeah man, right there, Benton is, they have a big hatchery, right? I used to fish right under that hatchery. There was a stretch there that was like kids only. I used to fish up there when I was a little kid. What's up Skeeter? Cheers bro, cheers. Yeah, driving again, bro. Might be up your neck of the woods by the time I find a fishing spot. You might see me out your window with a hatchet, checking ice conditions. Heading towards you right now. Yeah, normally I don't invite people to just drop anybody's link, but just like we did yesterday afternoon, we just started dropping links of people who are live. And you know, if it's a day where I'm going to be on the fish, then we could be, but I kind of doubt it's going to be one of those like yesterday, complete mission to catch something. We did catch a perch yesterday. If you missed it, it took us a long time, but we were fishing in this spillway. If you missed it, and the winds were so bad. At one point, my worm. I have to find that in the live. I don't know if it'll be on camera. It was horrible conditions. But at one point, my worm and jig left the water and was flying in the air like a kite. So then I was putting more split shot on it, but there was just like a massive bow flying in the line. And then once in a while, you'd kind of see the line move. You couldn't tell if it was a slight shift in the breeze or if a fish had hit it. It was brutal. I was like just staring at my line, trying to be psychic when a fish would hit it. But they were biting. Every time I would bring it up, the worm would be like bitten in half, or be just a tiny piece, or stripped altogether. Just couldn't detect the bite. I tried a bobber, but the bobber was like flying. I tried all the tricks I knew. I even did like a half-ass drop shot rig, but they were also not biting hard, so that's a bad combo. The only thing I could have used there was a camera down there to see when they're actually biting it. About 15 minutes, it says. It's not far from me. I just, it was one of those places I've really hesitated fishing live. Just not sure about the reception. But there's really only 2 options within 30 minutes of me for wild trout. And one is extremely contaminated. Oh, this guy's gonna get out of here. Get out of here. I don't know what he's doing. One's super contaminated, and this spot is completely pristine. So I like coming up here better. Merlin, sometimes I've found once it's really cold, I do have a jerk bait, and I might throw that stuff around. But I've found that they're holding in the deeper holes, and the holes are so tight that it's like really hard to get the spinner down there, and then by the time it gets to the right depth, it's like you bring it across for like 3 feet and it's coming back up towards you again. So for that reason, these type streams I think are just better to be jigged, where you can drop and hit that pocket water. And I don't want to retie a whole lot, but there's one spot that's pretty deep and wide. I do have a couple spinners with me. I got a lot of gear with me today. I went through it all last night because the plan was to fly fish, but when I saw the line all tangled up, I was like, heck with that. Yeah, my favorite is the trout magnet. Turn in here, I am. My favorite is the trout magnet with a fake worm, because that sucker doesn't usually fall off, and you're missing a lot of little subtle hits that you don't even know you're missing. So I'd rather use that. But you know, with the chubs and things like that, sometimes the only thing you can get them on is like a worm on bad days. So for the sake of entertaining, I do want to catch them. Now if I start catching them on worms, I'll switch back to. I don't want to catch 50 natives or wilds on live bait, you know what I mean? Just going by a creek here and I'm trying to get a look at it. This hole's going to be all iced over, I'm sure. Oh yeah, that sucker is thick. Okay. 19 folks in, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. See Rude in the house. Good morning, good morning. Going past my carp hole where Geese Witherspoon and Falpacino live. I know that's going to be frozen. I'm just going to see if they still have the no ice fishing signs up. They probably do, I'm sure. I would love to come by here and see a bunch of people out there, but I think we're a ways off yet. Just taking a gander out there. Nope. So this is one of those spots where they say they don't monitor the ice, but they will put danger keep off signs. So what you're looking for is the danger keep off signs to be removed. And in my experience, they're very conservative here. When they remove them, it's like 6-7 inches. But good luck getting that. Yep, Justin, what's going on, buddy? On the road again. We'll travel for fish. So there's a little hole down here. I might swing by there with a hatchet, but that's actually part of the park. So I know they don't want me in there with a hatchet. And I don't want to ruin my relationship with the park. I spend a lot of time there on that lake, and I'm friends with all the rangers, and I want to keep it that way. The other reason I'm coming up this way is because it's very wooded and it's going to be 40-mile-an-hour winds. So I want to get in out of the wind as much as possible. More for your sake than my sake. I got stuff that won't bother me much, but the camera. The windsock did nothing yesterday. There's PA Outdoors couple, Paul and Ryan. Good morning. Silo training days, and then I would take a turn and go up a mountain. Is it gonna take me up? You know what? I'll go up the old mountain. I got to go up this way anyway. I'm gonna go up the next one. I'll show you the hill I used to do repeats on. This was the easy rollout for my day of training back in the day. And then power line hanging down. Then I would take a right turn up here and just get my butt kicked with like a 24% grade climb. Oh yeah. Let me know if anybody wants to come down and ride their bike up this hill with me. We could do a nice challenge video. Like a mile, but it's just it just keeps getting worse. It's gradual, then it picks up a little bit, and then as soon as you think you're at the top, it takes a 180. And men walking their bikes, pro men would walk their bikes sometimes later in the race when they blow their legs up. They would cut the feed from TV because they never wanted to show one of the professional athletes walking their bike up the hill. I thought it would have been great for the sport to show like Lance walking the hill, but they wanted to have this image that we never walked bikes in race courses. I gotta hit this harder, I'll stall out here. There we go. You think you're done, and then you get this thing right in your face. Oh, Lord. That's 24% right there. Used to have a dirt top on it. They should have shown, yeah. Alright, now we're on the road we were supposed to get on anyway. The other hill's just as bad, but it's more, doesn't have the steep kicker at the end. That kicker breaks it would break people's souls. Every time we did training rides up there, you would just hear a sigh go through the whole peloton because they thought they were up there. You've worked yourself into like the granny gear, your easiest gear, and then you turn and you have to get out of your saddle because you can't even turn the easy gear. But in the race, we used to go up that in the middle of the cassette like it was nothing. You know, you have about 50 guys fafting each other and the adrenaline's pumping. It's amazing what you can do. Of course, construction. Power lines, probably. that's a tough job to do, fixing power lines and 40-mile-an-hour winds. People forget when they've got that nice electricity and there's storms blow, you got people like that got to come out here and do the dirty work, keep you running. Oh yeah, I miss racing. I miss the racing and the training. I can't do it anymore, to be honest. I just can't, my body can't, I was breaking down more than I was building up. I miss the like lifestyle of getting up, going out and just training all day, coming home and putting your feet up. It's kind of a selfish lifestyle because you got to take care of yourself. You got to make sure your legs and you're eating right. Man, you felt like a superstar, you know, you just felt like super strong. You could do, anytime somebody needed help and you did something, it was just like you're at another level, you know. I don't ever remember being out of breath unless I was racing or training. Now it's like I walk up steps and I'm like breathing hard. Yo, Brooklyn in the house, what is up, Eddie? Looking for open water, buddy. Got some cold temps and nasty winds, so we're heading to the hills. I don't think we can call them mountains, but they're short and steep, and they got lots of water running out of them, so you know, that stuff's solid ice. You used to ride up this way, about 80 of the miles were on dirt roads. You're slowly paving all of them. It would be frustrating. I'd go out here and I'd ride all these dirt roads because they make you a lot stronger than riding like regular roads. There's more resistance and it just builds like a different type of torque in your legs. And a lot of the top guys would do that stuff. But then it doesn't look good on, you know, all the different social apps that you would use, like Strava and stuff for your training, because you wouldn't set any records. You'd be out there on like a mountain bike doing all those rides on dirt roads and stuff. You know, I never really got caught up in that stuff, but it's just like anything else when somebody starts being competitive about it. I'd be like, well, you know where I am on Sundays, just pull up to the start line if you want to have a go. I only race on Sundays. I used to tell people I only race when I get paid to race. They went out for a social ride. 50 Cent in the house. There's an old orchard here. I don't know if it produces anything. Mama Cookie. See you there. I'm gonna stop at the spring, which is right at the bottom of where we're gonna fish. Fill up my water bottle there, show you that real quick, and then we'll head up the hill. I'm hoping the parking lot is, I should be able to get through it either way, even if they didn't plow it or anything. I just have to be careful. Hard to get a Subaru stuck, but especially in only a couple inches of snow. So these are the hills they used to ride. There's roads all around this, so it was like a roller coaster ride, basically. Really fun place to ride. And I used to see all these little streams up there, and one day I was riding up there and I was like, man, I could swear that's a trout. I got off my bike and sat there for a while until I finally saw one come out. I'm like, yep, it's filled with wild browns and native brook trout. Some nice crosswinds trying to come across these fields right here. Kind of getting blocked, but right here it's going to hit it. You saw that now. Where do I whip this camera outside the car? West Branch Perky. Yeah, see, it's frozen down here. We're going to go way up in elevation. It's going to have a lot more current where we're going. I haven't fished this since the drought this summer, so I really don't know what we're going to find. But only one way to find out. Got to get up there and take a look. That's open. It's going to be open because there's a spot right there. Can't really fish that spot without getting the landowner ticked off at you. We're going to go back up into the woods, though, the hills. There won't be any humans up there. Spots down here, you got to climb over the barbed wire for the cows to get into the creek. Then you got to walk all the way up the creek like a mile. There's some good spots out in that field, though. Hey, Ernest. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate you, buddy. You don't have to do nothing, but I can't wait to see what you got in the mail to us. I don't blow out spots, but if you do a little research and watch my lives, you can figure out where I'm going. You know what I mean? Throw you a little tip here and there. But I will say, if you're going to come up and you're going to come back here and you're going to fish this, make sure you're prepared to catch and release safely. This is a no harvest place. Yo, Steve-O, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Steve, you probably know the spot. If you don't, someday come up here in the summer and get yourself an ice cream from that place. It's awesome. Best dairy around. And then come up here and play in the creek, man. Even if you just come up here and sit on the rocks, it's gorgeous. Curtis is in the house. Good morning, Curtis. I hope the signal holds up. I really do. I've got my doubts. It's probably already wonky. Always looks good on my end, unless it's really bad. And then I get home and watch it, and it just sucks. It's one of the reasons I don't trout fish often on lives, because it's just really hard to see anything, get a signal and such. There's a bridge up here. We're going to pull off on the right if it doesn't look too icy, and I'm going to fill up some spring water here. So this is why I trained up this way. And I'd be able to come by and do some hill repeats, and then I would come back here on the bike and I'd fill up, because I'd go through about 20 bottles of water on a training ride easily. So I'd come up here when it's like in the 90s and just keep rolling around, filling up bottles, hill repeats, empty the bottle, come back, fill it up. I know someone's going to tell me it's all contaminated, but everybody drinks it. Hey, casters, buddy. Good morning, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Let me get my phone out of here. Just going to stop at the spring here real quick. I'm not going to try that. It looks a lot different in the winter. In the summertime, it's like all green and lily pads and all this like grass stuff, frogs and toads. But it's flowing, so there it is. I sat here many a days in the middle of training rides with my head under there with heat stroke. Oh Lord, my ribs are still bad. Blue skies there. It's snowing here. We're supposed to get something this weekend. Dirty Lenser Minecraft. I guess it's, if it was clear earlier, it must be the signal. I'll get out of here in a second. Just want to get some of this This water tastes a little different than regular water. It's got a little more minerals in it, so just going to fill up here and then we'll head up the creek. Oy. Okay. Oh well, for showing you that, I guess if it looks like Minecraft. Up. Where I wanted to go. Kind of doubtful if we don't have a signal here. We didn't even get up in the mountain yet. Oi. Damn, that hurts. Liquid water. Was it that bad? Can see it at all? How bad is the signal on a 1 to 10? Are we negative? All right, nice, 50 cent. Enjoy your ride, bro. Thank you, buddy. Maddie, good morning, good morning. There are springs near me. Great water, unfortunately, have been capped for commercial bottling. I'm not feeling too great today, guys. Do my best. I think I got a head cold, to be honest with you. Both my boys were home sick yesterday, apparently. I'm not feeling so great myself. It's frozen down here, but I know it's going to be thawed up there. Recliner ride. That's what I'm for. I really wanted to go for a nice hike today too. That's the other reason. I'm hoping we got some type of a signal up here. I don't know. Flow's good. A little bit of ice, but plenty of spots to fish. Black Wolf, good morning. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you guys stopping by. If the signal sucks, I'll do what I can do. Just let me know.